Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a really long time since I made a video. Last year I was working on a lot of woodworking builds and I was taking a lot of sewing classes, particularly bag making classes. And one of the bag making classes I took was with I've been taking classes from her for about 2 years, and her classes are awesome because they're all sequential. They're skill builders. So you just keep learning right up on through the series. This was the Desiree clutch that is a homework project. I'll show you the first bag that I made, which was the bag I made in class. That'll be the last one I show you. But this is just a beautiful Desiree clutch. And these gussets right here, honestly, hardest thing I've ever sewn. I've been a garment sewer for 45 plus years, and I've been making bags. I started bag making probably about 10 years ago, but not like this, not this quality bags. And everything I've learned from Shannon has just been so awesome. She was trained in Europe. She was also trained in New York City. And she has a group of students right now that just keep following her and taking her classes because we just have learned so much. And this is made out of leather. All these bags are made out of leather. And most of the leather is purchased from Pele Velour, which is based in New York City. I have to warn you, their website is really awful. So you just kind of see what you like, and then you got to call up, and I had to send a check-in. Just totally not the modern type of thing, but their leathers are beautiful. If you look over here, this is a white and silver snakeskin. You're going to see a bag made out of this darker, like a orangey rust brown snakeskin. This is a Pele Velour right here. And I made a bag out of this beautiful fabric. And my daughter asked if she could borrow that. And I haven't asked for it back. She's been getting a lot of use out of it. So I think she really likes it. And that was another really unique bag with an accordion style side. So cool. And she's gotten a lot of compliments on it. But this is the Desiree clutch. When I open it up, I have this one. It features a zipper pocket over here. And I also have a pocket over here, put my name label in, of course. And this was the only leather that was from Rainbow Leather. This is very thin leather. Pele Velour is very thin, and you need to add internal structure. And that's what Shannon teaches in her classes, how to do a great internal structure to give you a very elegant and classy looking bag. These aren't cotton bags made with Decoville. These are high quality, more of the luxury type of bags, and that's kind of my style, so that's what I focus on. But when I open this up, this cream and gold fabric right here, the lining fabric, most of these linings are from Fabricant, and it's an Etsy store based in Thailand. So if you order from them, your order is going to come from Thailand. And for me, it took almost 2 weeks to get to my house, but that was okay. I try to do batch cutting out of the bag innards and cutting out the leather for the bags. I had a lot of things to do, and I had to order a lot of things as well. These snaps right here, these are not Amazon snaps. If you need snaps for bags, go to thebuckleguy.com. I will link below. That's where you can get bags that are rated to a certain weight. And these snaps are rated to 6.6 pounds of pull strength each. And Shannon originally had us use the thicker ones, but of course I went to order them and they were out of stock. So I got the thinner ones and with the same pull strength, and I really like them. This chain is from Amazon. So this was the only cheapo type of hardware that I got. And this has the lobster claws right here. So you can detach it. And I also made hand straps for each bag. Now with these hand straps, one of the most recent classes I took with Shannon was the edge painting and electric leather creaser class. And I took it because I was like, well, I want to see if an electric creaser is in my future. And I was like, I don't know when I would use it. Well, when I was making these, I found out why I would want it. So right here on these straps, you can see this is a raw edge. I don't like those raw edges. They're not super professional looking by any stretch of the imagination. So that leather creaser machine will let you smooth those creases. And it was also an edge painting class too, and really get professional looking edges. I'm not too bummed about it. You know, I did what I could. This was an afterthought. I originally wasn't going to make the hand straps, but you know, hey, it is what it is. But it's still kind of nice to use. And so that was the first one. This is the bride's bag. The next one was for my daughter, other daughter, who is the maid of honor. Let me put this down. And she opted for a blue and gold lining. Very striking as well. Another paisley from Fabricant, and it was made exactly the same way with the hand strap. The third one I made was for my sister. This is Pele Velour. The first two were rainbow leather. And right here, she wanted 2 zipper pockets because she said, Kathy, please make mine with zipper pockets because I tend to dump my bag and everything falls out. Well, I know how she feels. So she got the 2 zipper pockets. Beautiful, like dark blue lining against the orange and rust colored Pele Velour leather. Just really striking. This one is for my mom, and this goes beautiful with her dress. This is like a silver snakeskin Pele Velour. On hers, I put in a pink and kind of like gray embroidered lining. This lining I got back in 2012 in New York City when I went with my other daughter, who is the bride, and we went on a fabric shopping trip. And the only problem I had with this one was using some of the industrial glues that need to be applied to this lining. I got a little bit of seep-through. I try to use a very light hand, like she said, but this did not behave well with the adhesives. But it still looks great inside. If you didn't know, you would not even notice. Now I made 3 of these bags. One is for me out of the same leather, and the last one I'm going to show you is the one I made in class. So this one is for the mother-in-law and the sister of the groom. And this features a beautiful lining in here, gold and kind of like a maroon. And it's just really lovely. My friend Peg helped pick these linings out for me. These are cotton linings in these bags, but they're just really beautiful. And she helped me pick out, I think, like 3 cotton linings I could use. They're all gorgeous. I'm not going to show you the next one because it is exactly the same, but this is the last one. This is what I did in class, so any mistakes, most of them were made on this one. Again, I'm not going to tell you where, so you won't know where to look. But right here, this is another whimsical lining. It's just really, really cute. Peg has such great taste, and she moved away, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have to get all my linings from Fabricant now. They'll have to all be the satin linings. But these are just great bags and just love them. I hope the recipients love them too. That's what has been keeping me busy the past, I would say, 2 months. Because like I said, I would work in batch, and then I had to order D-rings, and then one order D-rings was not the right size. I got 3/4 instead of the 1/2 inch. And then I had to order a die for the holes to do the rivets on the hand straps because I must have accidentally thrown my die away at some point in time. And it was just like a lot of stopping and starting. These bags need to be made on industrial machine. So you will need an industrial cylinder. If you have something like an HD9 or a Juki 2010Q, that's not the machine for this bag. Most of the sewing really needs to be done on the cylinder because of those tight curves. And these tight curves, oh my gosh, hardest thing I've done in 45 plus years of sewing, because I'm more of a garment sewer and it's only recently I've been really getting into bags. Trying to do this curve on the industrial, keeping the 2 edges flush, trying to keep your stitching straight and maintaining that seam allowance, really super difficult. Like I was like, oh my gosh. But by the time I got to the 7th bag, hey, it was a lot better and I was getting used to it. So a lot of sewing. This was one of my last year's project. This is an itch to stitch cropped denim jacket. I've been doing a lot of sewing. I just haven't reviewed them. I will try to get back to a requested video. People have been wanting me to do the second part 2 of the saran wrap block. Probably the most important video I will ever do, because that saran wrap block really helped me see my body variations from the normal pattern. And it's just such an eye-opener. And ever since I did that, my approach to fit has been different. And of course, I've taken a lot of fit classes too over the last 1.5 decades, and that has helped me fit garments immensely. But this saran wrap block was just so wonderful, and I will explain why when I get into that video. So hopefully this summer I will be able to get to that. All right, you guys. So that's it for my update, and happy sewing, and have a great day.